Hello and welcome to the Regents YouTube channel. Today we're doing something slightly different on this channel. I am still a bit ill. You may hear my blocked nose or my scraggly throat. So I wanted to do a nice relaxing chill video here today. It's also a video I've wanted to do for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to this channel and have never heard of Regents Pro Wrestling, we are going to go down the history road today. God, did you hear my throat then? That sounded absolutely awful. In today's video, we're going to be going through some old RPW moments, some of the biggest, best, and saddest moments in RPW history, and just reacting to some of my favorite moments. I've gone through and I've tabbed a bunch of moments, as you can see up here. We're going to go through them and see some of the best moments in RPW history. If you've never watched RPW before, by the way, over 300 videos, ladies and gentlemen, on this channel, on the live tab. Go watch RPW. It's live every Monday and Friday, so if you're watching this on a Monday or a Friday, it will be live right now. Honestly, go through, watch this playlist. It is the #1 wrestling show in sports entertainment, the most action-packed, immersive, and entertaining show on all of YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to join and get your own superstar, all you got to do is become a YouTube member by clicking the join button, and you can perform with the greatest superstars in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go through and see some of the greatest RPW moments in history. I want to get more RPW on the video portion of this channel, so let's have some fun. I've randomized all of the tabs, ladies and gentlemen, back into the middle of the ring, so we don't know what we're gonna get. Oh, this is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, what a moment this was. Freshie Sibs in the gold shorts against Zippy. And Sibs using a submission hold, which he didn't often use, but this was the first ever RPW World Championship match, ladies and gentlemen. Freshie Sibs, a historic name of Regents Pro Wrestling, winning the first ever World Championship. You can see Zippy as well was absolutely destroyed. You can see the no at the bottom there. Zippy was not happy. He lost this match, but Freshie Sibs winning the first World Champion. I mean, it just made sense. He was a dominant superstar in RPW Season 1 especially. He was absolutely amazing, and there he is with the championship. I mean, our belts back then didn't look as good as they do now, but wow. RPW, first ever world champion. That right there, that is history. It should also be said, I'm not actually in RPW. I'm not the commentator or the superstars. I'm just a fan like the rest of you guys, ladies and gentlemen. RKKR, they do the commentary to Vince is the boss. I'm not even a superstar. I watch every Monday and Friday in the chat, though. RPW, historic. First ever world champion. Oh! Regents Mania! What a moment. Some of them will have the live chat as well. Oh, I know what this is already. There's Poke, the UK champion. By the way, can we just say, by the way, this right here, the UK championship, this might be the greatest customized championship. Like sometimes, you know, superstars customize the championship if they think they deserve it. He was the first ever UK champion. He designed it. His name is Human Pokedex. He had a Pokemon UK belt, ladies and gentlemen, which looked absolutely amazing. There's Poke. There's RK. This is Regents Mania. Now, it was supposed to be 2 versus 2, RK and Poke versus Ben Fuller, this man right here, and Noah K. Ben came out by himself, though, and no one, I want to see the live chat reaction, actually. No one knew what was going on, why Ben was coming out by himself, ladies and gentlemen. He wore dog tags, which back then was a ministry thing, and everyone was sort of like, what is going on? Oh my God. Why is he coming out by himself? Regents Mania, by the way, the biggest event of the entire year. It was absolutely amazing. And everyone was, you know, it was for the tag team championships. And then all of a sudden, it went to the ring. And Ben Fuller was in the corner of Poke and RK. He was supposed to be teaming with Noah K, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to the reaction from KR. Listen to the reaction when he found out. It was pure shock. I mean, no one expected it. No, it was supposed to be a 2-on-2 tag match. He betrayed his tag team partner to join the ministry, the biggest stable in RPW. No one saw it coming. It was absolutely... It was crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, it really was absolutely crazy. The chat finally caught up. Poke, he's the UK chat. He was laughing. No, is he joining ministry? When a pillar falls, they rebuild a new one. What the hell is happening? No way. Betrayal. Holy S. Oh, man. It was amazing. People shouting. This might be the biggest betrayal in RPW history. This one, you know, the grandest stage of them all. The biggest event of the year for the tag team championships. It might be the biggest snake of RPW history. I mean, this is cinema, called it. What the hell am I watching? Long days, betrayal Fuller. It was just such an amazing moment. No, what a spear by RK. Oh, what a moment. What a moment. To make it worse, Ben didn't even get tagged in. Ben did not even get tagged in, ladies and gentlemen. Poke, RK, they kept the tag team championships. Ben Fuller celebrated with them. Look, this was the moment that Ben Fuller joined the ministry, and to a lot of RPW superstars and fans, this was the moment Ben Fuller became known as a snake. Well, keeping on the track of RK, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite superstars, the Wise Man. This was an awesome attire, by the way. RPW Beach Match. This was very recent, actually, compared to a lot of the others. But RK, the current World Heavyweight Champion, this was his first ever World Championship in RPW. And there's something like so different about seeing superstars win their first ever World Championship. Look at the blood across his face. His first ever World Championship. He started as a commentator. He started as a commentator. No one thought he was ever going to be a superstar. No one thought he was ever going to be a World Champion. So to see him lift his first ever World Championship, it was a moment that no one really ever expected, you know, out of him. No one thought he was going to be a superstar. No one thought he was going to be a serious superstar. No one thought he was going to be a champion. No one thought he was going to be a world champion. And then this happened, and he's still the champion to this day, 98 days later or something like that. What a moment for RK. Oh, now this is a throwback of the ages. 12th of March, 2023, Regents Mania 1. Maxim Jones was the Regents Rumble winner. He chose the World Heavyweight Championship. It was a 5-man championship scramble match. There's 1 minute left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Poke on the outside. Poke with a PKO bang. The greatest move in RPW. Hooks the leg. Referee run. Look at the excitement. Runs out. 1, 2. If he gets 3, Poke becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen. At this point in his career, he's only been World Champ once, and he got cashed in on after 59 minutes. He's never been World Champ since. This was Regents Mania, the main event, World Heavyweight Championship on the line, a grandest stage of them all. This was his moment to cement himself, ladies and gentlemen. He gets a 2 count, and Colm kicks out. Look at the reaction from the crowd and the commentator. Colm kicks out. No one got a pinfall in that final minute, which meant Brandon Bombs was the World Heavyweight Champion going in to season number 2. What a championship, by the way. What a superstar Brandon Bombs was as well. He's a 3-time World Champion, absolutely dominant, but the moment was there for Poke, and to see it ripped away from him at the very last second, it was one of those moments in RPW that you never forget. You know, you never forget. You always go back to it and think, how different could RPW have been if Poke got the 3 count then, became World Heavyweight Champion at Regents Mania? How different could so many different careers be? But Brandon Bombs was the winner. Oh, speaking of Poke, again, this one, very, very recent. This was only a few weeks ago, 15th of November. Ladies and gentlemen, Poke is on a historic reign right now. He's been United Kingdom champion for over a whole year. He's held this belt. The belt I showed earlier, the circle belt, this is the same belt as that belt. He's held it for over a year, ladies and gentlemen. He just defended against Noah K. He just defended RK ringside. He just defended against Noah K. He's been a champ for over a year. All is going well until it wasn't. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest storylines in all of RPW history, right here, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. The backstage, we have a moment of the backstage killer later, but again, I randomized all of them. The backstage killer, who was revealed to be the Reverend, that piano music, this Titantron, the drop, that singing as well. This is arguably, in my opinion, the greatest storyline in RPW history, ladies and gentlemen. The Reverend is the scariest superstar in all of Regents Pro Wrestling. You don't want to mess with the Reverend. Poke is coming off an amazing defense. All of a sudden, the lights go down. The Titantron plays. No one knows. You can see the chat going crazy as well. No one knows what is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Why is this still going on?
No one knows what's going to happen. The cryptic message of Halloween Hell Inside a Cell. It cuts back to the Reverend. He's choking out Poke after his victory. RK was put through the announcer's desk as the light went out. Refs are coming down, trying to separate the two superstars. No one knew what was happening. It was, I mean, look, the creepiest, scariest, most intimidating superstar in all of Regents Pro Wrestling history took down Poke and RK, two of the most dominant superstars in RPW right now. He took down both of them. Ladies and gentlemen, the lights go down. They come back on. He's up at the stage, looking at Poke and RK, knowing what he just done. Honestly, if you're new to RPW, there's never been a better time to get involved than right now. The link for the Discord is in the description as well. If you want to see all the promos and stories, get involved in the Discord as well. Honestly, Season 1 was like the tester season where no one really knew what was going to happen. You're going to see some Season 1 clips and you're going to see the dip in quality. Like, no one really knew what was happening. It was the build-up of RPW. Season 2, it was better than Season 1. There wasn't really any stories, but there was better quality in matches. Season 3 has had the best matches, the best storylines, the best women's division, the best tag team division, the best champions, the best pay-per-views, the best stages, the best quality in camera, Titantrons, blood, everything. Season 3 has been absolutely amazing, and it's just getting better and better and better. So if you want to jump on now, you might as well jump on as the trend continues to improve, because honestly, RPW just keeps on becoming better and better every single season, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the quality, like in this, compared to some of the clips we saw earlier, you can tell alone how much better and how far Regents Pro Wrestling has come. The Reverend, don't get on his bad side. That's a creepy motherfucker. Some history, RK on commentary. Dino, the current King of the Ring, versus Daniel, the former King of the Ring. Now, there's been 2 King of the Ring pay-per-views, and Daniel has won both. Look at that off the top rope, off the top of the ladder, sorry. Adding insult to injury. Dino actually almost got it. Daniel almost bought it, ladies and gentlemen. He almost bought it. But at the end of the day, he climbs up the ladder, gets 2 hands on the new championship. And Daniel, I put this moment in because this is history right here. Not only was Daniel the first ever King of the Ring, he was also the first superstar to go back-to-back. He's done it twice, back-to-back years. This man has become King of the Ring in RPW. And to me, that was a special moment. To me, that was a moment of, you know, superstars can win multiple championships multiple times, whatever. But to win the King of the Ring tournament in back-to-back years, no one else has ever won King of the Ring. He's won both of them. Like, for me, that was historic. That was a big moment, and that's his pay-per-view now. You know, King of the Ring, Regents Royalty is known as his pay-per-view because he's won it in back-to-back years. For me, that was absolutely amazing. Oh, speaking of absolutely amazing, we go back. Beach Bash. This year, Beach Bash, we saw RK win the World Heavyweight Championship. Honestly, I think it might be the best pay-per-view ever. Because I know there's more Beach Bash clips to come as well. Beach Bash might be the best pay-per-view ever, ladies and gentlemen. Eden Rose and Dawn, champ versus champ. Both titles on the line. The winner of this wins both the Evolution and the prestigious championship. Amazing matchup between these two superstars, going toe-to-toe, back and forth. Eden Rose hits the poke knee, hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3. Eden Rose, big moment. One of the OG females in RPW. One of the most prolific superstars in RPW. She's won a bunch of championships. She's the current Queen of the Ring. She's done it all in RPW, ladies and gentlemen. She becomes a double champion right here. The moment elevates. Everyone thinks, oh my god, oh my god. And then all of a sudden, the Titantron plays. And from behind, it's Cheese with the briefcase. She cashes in her case in the chamber briefcase and goes on to pin Eden Rose and take the, it was the Women's World Championship, sorry, not prestigious. She cashes in, has an amazing match. Eden Rose is coming off a massive match against Dawn, obviously. She's already injured. Mozzarella Cheese cashes in. There was moments where I thought Eden Rose might do it, but no, Mozzarella Cheese. Swinging neck breaker. Middle of the ring. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, the heist is completed. Mozzarella Cheese cashes in and becomes the new Women's World champion. There's a moment with Cheese later. She was the first ever Women's World Champion. So this is also a historic moment. She was the first ever Women's World Champion in RPW history. And this was her using her briefcase successfully at a massive pay-per-view. No one saw it coming. It was a massive surprise from behind. And steals, absolutely steals the Women's World Championship. What a moment. I love those cash-ins. Dino still has the men's one right now. Nothing beats that adrenaline and that rush of seeing them run down with that briefcase. And speaking of the very next one, ladies and gentlemen, this was Courage to Chaos. This was 24th of April, 2022. And just to put it into perspective, ladies and gentlemen, Bash was 25th of August, 2024. So over, almost 2 years to the day. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the first ever women's match. As you can hear, historic moment. The first ever women's match in RPW. Right here. There wasn't a women's division when RPW first started. It took a few months for them to get going. The first ever women's match. It was a fatal four-way between Mozzarella Cheese, Noodle, Bobby, and Dora. First ever women's match. And like I alluded to earlier, Mozzarella Cheese gets the pinfall, and she was the first ever female champion in RPW. And again, it's history like that, because if you look back now and compare the women's division then, which was like 8 or 9 superstars, compared to now, which is like, honestly, the women have been main eventing recently, like week after week after week. They've been on such form. To see the glow up of the women's division in RPW, the women's revolution, it's been amazing. It honestly has been. So yeah, I mean, the championships look better, the attires look better, the moves are better. It's just absolutely amazing. So I like that was back and forth, her winning a championship with the cash-in and her winning the first ever women's championship for a bit of history. Go to Regents Rumble, the first Regents Rumble here, November 6th, 2022, ladies and gentlemen. This was the end of the pay-per-view. The Rumble just happened. Maxim Jones won the Rumble. He's going to Regents Mania. We think it's all done, ladies and gentlemen. And all of a sudden, some music starts to play. We spoke about cashing in earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, this man now, he's no longer in the company. We don't know what's happened to him. We've not heard his name in ages, actually. I'm kind of scared to say his name. Look at the reaction. Poke. Poke was the World Heavyweight Champion. So this was, like I say, Poke won the first ever match, which is a highlight later. Poke won the first ever match in RPW. Poke is like the biggest name in RPW history. Everyone knows Poke's name if you know about RPW. He finally won the World Heavyweight Championship for the first ever time of his career at Regents Rumble right here. There he is with the championship. He finally won it. Everyone was so happy for him. At the end of the show, Vinu had a briefcase. He cashed it in. No one expected it. And like I said, with the cheese one, nobody expected it. Look at the reactions, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is why you need to watch RPW live as well. The reactions alone are absolutely amazing. This was the heist of the century. No one saw this coming. It was absolutely amazing. It also started a record. Because of this cash-in, Poke, to this day, is still the shortest ever world champion at only 59 minutes. He didn't even hold it for a full hour before this happened. So imagine winning the world championship finally. You win the world championship, the show is over, you think it's all done, then all of a sudden, someone cashes in and steals, rips your world heavyweight championship off you after 59 minutes. It was such, to this day, an amazing moment. Look at all the reactions. It was absolutely peak RPW. Go to 4 weeks ago on World Warzone. This was another Reverend clip. This guy's too good. The story's too good. He said he's going to defend the Universal Championship on World Warzone. Ben Fuller. Now, Ben Fuller, people have been wanting him to get a Universal title match all year, ladies and gentlemen. He's been the best superstar on World Warzone. He's still yet to hold the Universal Championship. And everyone thought, oh my God, he's actually getting the championship match that he deserves. Then all of a sudden, the Titantron plays. The music plays. Now, this did get copyright claimed in the stream, which is why the music isn't playing. The music played, the Tron played, and at this point, everyone knew what this meant. Everyone knew you have to run. Ladies and gentlemen, awful. It's so creepy. It really is. The lights come back on. Ben was down. Reverend with the hidden blade to the back of the head. Chokes out Ben Fuller. Makes him tap. Oh, it was... Again, everyone thought Ben was finally getting that Universal Championship match. And to be betrayed... Not even betrayed. To be, like, ambushed like that. After the... Again, you have to remember as well, this was after months and months and months of... The Reverend was masked. No one knew who it was. This was after months of torment, ladies and gentlemen. And that payoff. Oh, my God. Again, sometimes for stories like that, you just had to be there to see the journey. To go week after week not knowing who it was taking out the whole locker room. And then a big moment like that. Oh, chills. Every time I hear that Tron, I get chills. Christmas is coming up. We couldn't not include a Christmas Carnage video. This was on Christmas Eve of 2023. RK and Poke winning back the RPW Tag Team Championships. Poke was taking care of Zeke on top of the cage. RK with a Future Shock DDT. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. RK and Poke, the Ministry. The best tag team in RPW history. The strongest tag team, the longest tag team champions in RPW history. RK and Poke. What a moment this was. To go into the new year, a little Christmas present, taking their belts back off of the Brotherhood. What a nice little moment to include. Merry Christmas. Oh, we're going way back. 28th of March, 2022. I think this was like week 3 of RPW. Week 3. We're now on week 136 or something like that. This is week 3. So it's been a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a bit of like... Let me explain to you what's happening here. This was an Iron... This was an Iron Man match, a 30-minute Iron Man match, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you can see the timer up here. There's 40 seconds left. The score right now is 6-5. Okay, you have to get a pinfall or submission to get a point. 6-5 right now.
He's got to hit a knee crazy.
The greatest, to this day, the greatest Iron Man match in history. It's also funny because these two, who were there on day 1 of RPW, they're actually teaming up now. They're in a tag team right now in RPW, current day, which is amazing. Boom, he gets the pinfall. It's 6-6. It's 6-6. And at this point, you think it's done. 6-6. It's going to be a draw. It's going to be over. There's 16 seconds left. It's impossible to get a pinfall, ladies and gentlemen. Zippy and crazy, again to this day. Absolutely insane. He hits the GTS. What's the timer, ladies and gentlemen? What's the timer? What's the timer? 1, 2, 3. He got the point. Look, 7. He got the point. Look, let's go slow motion. Let's go slow. That's how close. Let's go slow motion. Are you ready? Look at that. Look at the happiness. Look at the happiness from KR. Rick rolls in. 1. How close was it? 2. It's 6-6, remember. 1 second left on the clock. 1 second. Bang. How close was it? I mean, it was like a millisecond. Literally, look. Bang. I mean, honestly, again, to this day, never been a greater Iron Man match than this one right there. 1 second, not even 1 second. It was like half a second left, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely amazing. And it's old stuff like that that I love. Like a week 3, but still to this day, that is like a historic Iron Man match. Cinema. Oh, talking of cinema, I love going back from like old shows to current shows. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the first ever dumpster match in RPW history. Dragon Romanik and Luca. These two have been rivaling for months and months and months. And Luca Novak, Dragon Romanik, the man in the bin at this point, was the team captain for Fury. And he just got put in the bin by one of the bummiest bums on the show. It was, you should have seen backstage in the Discord after this, ladies and gentlemen. It was hilarious. The shit talking between these two was absolutely peak. Seeing a man get put into a bin, a literal bin, and closed on top of him, I don't think we'll ever top that amount of comedy in RPW. Absolutely amazing. If you're a fan of Halloween, This was insane. This white monstrosity, it was Halloween, so everyone's dressed up, hence the costumes. Gore right now is the general manager. He put his contract on the line. Gore said, if I lose this match against Zeke, I will end my contract. Now, at this point, obviously, you guys have seen this clip, this Titantron a bunch of times. At this point, though, when it happened, he was building it up. The backstage killer, as he went by back then, he was building this up for months. No one knew what it was leading to. There was cryptic messages backstage in the Discord. Superstars were getting taken out backstage. No one knew what was happening. This was the first time we saw him. Masked up, hood up. No one knew what was happening. Gore's contract on the line as well. Stage killer took him out. Zeke capitalized. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Gore, who's been in RPW since day one, lost his contract in RPW. Regents Mania 1, the illustrious tournament, saw Freshie Sibs, the most dominant superstar in Season 1 of RPW, go up against Jocko, who's undefeated at Regents Mania, by the way. Illustrious Frog Splash. This was just a moment I included. Included this moment because at this time, Freshie Sibs was so dominant. He was the guy this entire year in RPW. They held the illustrious tournament to see who would face Jocko at Regents Mania. It was the first ever Regents Mania as well. Absolutely massive moment. And to see Jocko retain, to see Jocko beat Sibs after an amazing tournament for the Universal, it was just one of those moments that you never forget. You know, it was just one of those Regents Mania moments you never forget. Absolutely amazing. Two goats of Regents Pro Wrestling going at it. It was awesome. A recent moment, but also a historic moment. Her Paterno, the prestigious champion, makes her way down to the ring. She's going up against Lilith Lanza here today. And everyone just thinks it's a normal one-on-one. Everyone thinks it's a normal one-on-one, of course. But ladies and gentlemen, Lilith Lanza was joined by RK and Ben Fuller, ladies and gentlemen. RK with the ones up, he's always ready. It was just a moment where you think, you know, this was the first ever female to join the ministry, the greatest stable in RPW. No one ever thought they're going to get a female superstar. And it just goes to show, going to an early point, how the women's division has evolved, because now each stable has a female superstar representing them. And to see Lilith Lanza, you know, a rookie joining the ministry, who are full of, like, some of the biggest names in RPW. This was just a cool moment, ladies and gentlemen. One's up. Oh, what a throwback. Toxic Thursday. Now, Toxic Thursday was a Thursday show, a green show, which no longer is in RPW. It's no longer a show, but it was a fan favorite show of Regents Pro Wrestling. And this was just a nice little clip. This was the first show where we had custom Titantrons in RPW. Now, obviously, every single superstar has their own custom Titantron with whatever song they want. So if you do join, you can choose any song to be your Tron song for when you enter. But this was just a cool moment for RPW, because before here, we never had custom Trons with superstars' names and stuff like that. So it was an awesome moment. Sorry for sounding so clogged up, by the way. I'm trying my best here. It's really, really hard. Oh my God. Now, Dragon Romanic fans, if you want to yeet, look away now. Ladies and gentlemen, case in the chamber. Look at the blood. These two have been going at it. Look at the blood in his belly. These two have been going at it for about 45 minutes at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Match of the year contender. It was absolutely amazing. The Dragon Romanic, he's never held a brand championship, let alone a universal championship. He's going up against Jocko. Historic match, historic moment. He has the jump on Jocko. He's actually winning. It looks like Dragon Romanic is going to win his first ever brand championship, his first ever universal championship. All it needs is one more finisher. He's going for the pop-up powerbomb. And no. The lights in the arena go out. No one knows what's happening. People suspect Jocko shenanigans, but it was not Jocko. Ladies and gentlemen, the man he screwed over earlier in the year. This could be the downfall of Dragon. I mean, Dragon Romanic was the man that got put in the bin a minute ago. And maybe this moment led to that moment, you know. Dragon Romanic will always blame Ben Fuller for what he did on this night at Case in the Chamber. Ben Fuller with a Ben 10 out of nowhere. Jocko crawls over. 1, 2, 3. And Ben Fuller cost Dragon Romanic the Universal Championship. That was the start of the downfall of Dragon Romanic's career, ladies and gentlemen. Will he ever get that gold? I don't know. I spoke earlier about how Toxic Thursday is no longer about, and I just wanted to give a little shout out. This was the final match of Toxic Thursday. At this point, no one knew Toxic Thursday was going to disappear. It happened on Regents Randomizer. The wheel said Toxic Thursday is no more. And since then, we've never had a green brand or a green show. Toxic Thursday, this was like the hardcore fans of RPW on Thursdays. It was absolutely awesome. And Dash Pedersen is the final winner of a Toxic Thursday show, winning the Network Championship. I just wanted to include this little bit because I just wanted to see Toxic Thursday one last time. And speaking of Regents Randomizer, arguably the greatest moment in RPW history right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this man Kaiju, in his career, has never averaged above a 20% win record. He's been it since day one. He's lost the most matches in RPW. He's never been a brand champion. He's never accomplished, he's never main event. He's never been the guy. He's always been thrown around. He's never, ever, he's always been a fan favorite. People love him, but he's never been a winner. He can never have a good win percentage. He got put into a World Heavyweight Championship match at Regents Randomizer. He saw Mugiardi down. He pins the big man. 1, 2, 3. Kaiju Jaeger
What just happened?
was a world heavyweight champion. Now, he did lose it like 10 minutes later on the same show, but Kaiju Jaeger, this moment right here will go down in RPW history, because if you showed me this, I would say it's Photoshop. Like, this man was never anywhere near the World Heavyweight Championship, but that just goes to show. At Regents Randomizer, anything can happen. The fans loved it. Look at the reaction.
Oh my god.
Look at the reaction, ladies and gentlemen.
What just happened?
Everyone absolutely loved it. This was a moment where everyone, no, a single person despised that moment. Every single person loved that moment. It was amazing. And speaking of amazing moments, Regents Rumble. Now, this was last year's Rumble, number 30. Now, RK, Poke, Lamin, they're all in the ministry versus 2 Cure members. Or here, normally I wasn't even in Cure, actually. Now he is, but it was a 3-on-2, number 30. They needed someone to lift the spirits. They needed someone to help them out. And who else but GMK? Ladies and gentlemen, a bit of context. Last year, before this, GMK lost his contract in a match with RK. He lost his contract. He hasn't been in RPW at this moment for like 6 or 7 months. No one knew he was coming back. This was one of the moments. No one knew this was going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. And look at the reaction. Look at the reaction. It was absolutely monumental. It really, really was just one of those nights. One of those moments. No one knew it was coming. He returned. Unfortunately, he didn't win. But returns like that always make you smile. And just because it's a Rumble moment, I had to include this, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Fuller won the World Heavyweight Championship earlier in this show. He entered the ring. He got punched. He got chopped 3 times. And then he got eliminated. The fastest... Now, that record did get broken in the same night, but I had to include Ben Fuller. It was absolutely hilarious. Look at the reaction. Look at the reaction. The quickest elimination at this moment in RPW history. End of Regents Rumble match. I just thought it was absolutely hilarious. There are so many more moments I would love to revisit, ladies and gentlemen. I had to end, though, with this one. 14th of March. This was actually 7th of March, 2022, when it was live. That is Poke right there, winning the first ever match in RPW history. The first ever match, ladies and gentlemen. The first ever championship. The first ever match, RPW's biggest name. He will always be an RPW legend. Right now, when RPW is a triple champion, the first ever match of RPW won. It wouldn't be right to be anyone else other than Poke. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this one here. A little trip down memory lane. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I want to get more RPW. I want to promote more RPW because you guys should be watching Regents Pro Wrestling live every Monday and Friday. You will not regret it, ladies and gentlemen. Join the Discord, link in the description. Become a member if you want to join as a superstar and join in as a fan, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this, I want to see more moments. Let me know. We can do more RPW videos on this channel and have some fun. So I'll catch you in the next one. Much as always, take care and peace. Before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Whee! Yeah.
Easy to see the truth. I never wanted to burn up.